Okay, hi, this is a continuation. Um, I think I'm going to still call it the cling or the clot. I'm not sure. We're kind of diverting into other things right now. Okay, when I do the Muslims version, I'll be using this side of my face. When I do mine, I'll be this side. Okay. The Quran is critical of some Jews and Christians. Just some? Sounds like the only Jews and Christians it's not critical of are the ones who pull out prayer rugs 5 times a day every day to stick their patooties up in the air to keep from paying the jizya tax with willing submission. See Quran 9, verse 29. In other words, unless they are Muslim, then it's okay with them. Quran is Furqan, that is, i.e. Criterion. How is it that when it's telling you to go to those who've been reading the before scriptures, Quran 1094? How is it that when it says the Torah is not only like the Quran, get it? Like the Quran, but is, quote, both guidance light? How is it that? Why don't you stick a fork in that to explain the logic of that? So that it is used to judge which is true and which is false in their scriptures. Quran 5:48. Well, such forking also tells Jews and Christians to use the Torah and Injil to forkin with the Quran by telling Jews and Christians to use the Torah and Injil to judge the Quran. So does that make sense? If so, well, what does this mean from the Pixel translation of Quran 5:46 through 47? And we, Allah, caused Jesus, son of Mary, to follow in their footsteps, confirming that which was revealed before him in the Torah, and we bestowed on him the gospel wherein is guidance and light, confirming that which was revealed before it revealed before it in the Torah, a guidance and admission unto those who ward off evil. Let the people of the gospel. What was that? I've got to read that again. Let the people of the gospel judge. Oh yeah, now, let the people of the gospel judge. What was that? I gotta read that again. Let the people of the gospel judge. Oh, that felt good. One Mohammed time, Allah. Let the people of the gospel judge. Man, that feels like ecstasy. I wonder if a shot of heroin feels like that. Guess I'll never know. Well, again. Let the people of the gospel judge. I think I'm going to have to take a cold shower after that. One last time. Let the people of the gospel judge. I'm sorry. I have to say it one Mohammed time. Let the people of the gospel judge by that which Allah hath revealed therein of the Quran. Whoso judgeth not by that which Allah hath revealed, such are evil livers and onions. Well, that leaves me out, for I have certainly done that, and continue to do so. I have definitely obeyed Surah 5, verse 46 through 47, O slave of the best of deceivers. Definitely have. I suggest you do the same. Oh, and how is this morsel for you? This is the quote. But how do they come to you for decision while they have the Torah, in which is the but how do they come to you for decision while they have the Torah, in which is the plain decision of Allah? Exactly. Quote, yet even after that they turn away. Right. They turn away. In other words, it's their fault, not the Torah's fault. It's their fault. Quote, for they are not really believers. Surah 543, Halal Khan. Again, why are we to judge Criterion? Why are we to judge the Criterion, the Quran, with a book that is corrupted? Oh, and how is this from the quote Criterion? Quote, and we shirking Allah again, saying, yeah, and we have revealed to you the book with the truth, verifying what is before it, Bible, of the book and a guardian over it. Does that make sense that the Bible's corrupted? Therefore judge between them by what Allah has revealed. How is that possible if the Bible is corrupted, O slave of the best deceivers? How? Quote, and do not follow their low desires to turn away from the truth that has come to you. For every one of you did we It's all again saying we. Did we appoint a law and a way? And if Allah, he goes from talking about we to calling Allah, going off and talking about him and yeah, and we Allah. Okay, for we, yeah, yeah. In a way, for we appoint a law and a way. And if Allah, sounds like Muhammad forgot that he was, having to try to be Allah here. And if Allah had pleased, he would have made you all a single people. So why? So the question is, why is it our fault if you're going to hell for being unbelievers? But he says from we to he now. Al got tired of saying we for a change? Well, he, okay, quote, might try you in what he gave you. Why? When it is Al who leads on off the straight path, Therefore strive with one another to hasten to virtuous deeds. To Allah is your return, and all of you. So he will let you know that in which you differed. Oh, like we don't know now that we differ? Oh, that Allah, such a kidder. Okay, quote, and that you should judge between them and what Allah has revealed. How again? How if the Bible is corrupted? How? Quote, and do not follow their low desires, and be cautious of them. When they are the worst of beasts, creation, be cautious of them, you think. Quote, let them, lest they seduce you from part of what Allah has revealed to you. Well, if that's true, then why obey Quran 1094 by going to them or us, the worst of beasts, the worst of creation? Why go to us then? For reading the before scriptures, if we're the worst of beasts and worst of creation, does that make sense? If we can seduce you from part of what Allah has revealed, Quote, but if they turn back, then know that Allah desires to afflict them on account of some of their faults. Faults? Then again, why come to us for our reading the before scriptures, 1094 even? Quote, and most surely many of the people are transgressors. Surah 5, 48 through 49, Shakir. Does this make sense to you, O slave of the best of deceivers? If so, then why put trust in them by obeying Quran 1094? About coming to those who've been reading the before scriptures, if they're the worst of beasts and all that stuff. How, O slave of the best of deceivers? How? To thee we sent the scripture in truth, confirming the scriptures that came before it, and guarding it in safety. So judge between by what Allah hath revealed. Again, how? When to Jews and Christians, their holy books are right about the land belonging to Jews and Jesus dying on the cross for the sins of the world. How can they judge when they obey Quran 5:68 and stand firm on such books, Torah and Injil? Does that make a lick of sense, O slave of the best of deceivers? Be truthful, no taqiyya, no line for Allah here, okay? And follow not their vain desires, diverging from the truth that hath come to thee. Quran acts as quality control agent. How? When you have such scriptures, and in Surah 1094 to top it off. So any change is detected. Well, I detect a lot of change, a huge amount of change, making me realize that Quran 4, 136, 150, 151, 152, 2, 285, and 40, 70 through 72 are downright lies, that a Muslim is not to, quote, make distinction between all his books, because you can make distinction, big time distinction, if the Bible is corrupted enough to judge. That is corrupted even a little bit. To judge is to make distinction. Making Quran 4, 136, 150, 151, 152, 2, 285, and 40, 70 through 72 lies. Look, filth is always filth. And filth can be used to judge the Quran that the Quran says is both guidance and light? How does that make sense, O slave of the best of deceivers? If I see some shit on your pants, I won't tell you how much you bought your new pair of jeans. You won't? I'll tell you it stinks and looks awful. Can't just use male urine to sprinkle on it to make it clean, like Muhammad said in a hadith? That has to be infant male's urine. And you sprinkle some water on that and it's clean. Oh, you gotta sprinkle water on that. Yeah, excuse me, yeah. Okay, but with the baby girls you have to wash it off, so I didn't quite understand that when I wrote that here. But again, it has to be male urine, not female, for the female urine is unclean. Want that saying? Such a saying makes me think owls, little girls is a bit disgusting. Probably would have loved show tunes like, say, chorus line. And that you'd better not show up wearing it unless it is washed and scented. But the sprinkling of male urine and not female urine, got it. I didn't quite understand at the time, so I was kind of wrong here. Okay, we love the Bible when it carries divine meanings, not devil language. You sure? To doubt the authenticity of the Bible isn't a Muslim's idea. The doubtful idea is found within the Bible. It is biblical idea. By asking who wrote the Bible, the answer is in the Bible itself when it says, how can we say we are wise, for we have the law of the Lord, when actually the pens of the scribes has made it into lies. He's quoting Jeremiah 8 verse 8. Let's put that here. Let's see here. This is okay. Quote, how can we say we are wise, for we have the law of the Lord, when actually the lying pen of the scribes has handled it falsely? That's the New Living Translation. Another one says, how can you say we are wise because we have the word of the Lord, when the teachers have twisted it by writing lies? English Standard Version. How can you say we are wise, and the Lord and the law of the Lord is with us, but behold, the lying pen of the scribes has made it into a lie? That's New American Standard Bible. How can we say we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us, but behold, the lying pen of the scribes has made it into a lie? King James Bible, Cambridge. How do you say we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. That's Holman Christian Standard Bible. How can you claim we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? In fact, the lying pen of the scribes has produced falsehood. Well, the very next verse in Jeremiah contradicts the notion of the word of the Lord, that is the Torah, to be a lie. For it says, the wise will be put to shame. They will be dismayed and trapped, since they have rejected the word of the Lord. What kind of wisdom do they have? That's New Living Translation. These wise teachers will fall into the trap of their own foolishness, for they have rejected the word of the Lord. Are they so wise after all? That's, again, Jeremiah 8, verse 9. Okay, that's the English Standard Version. The wise men shall be put to shame. They shall be dismayed and taken. Behold, they have rejected the word of the Lord. So what wisdom is in them? That's English Standard Version. The wise men shall be put to shame. They shall be dismayed and taken. Behold, they have rejected the word of the Lord. So what wisdom is in them? That's New English Standard Bible. The wise men are put to shame. They are dismayed and caught. Behold, they have rejected the word of the Lord. And what kind of wisdom do they have? King James, Cambridge Version. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of the Lord. And what wisdom is in them? Well, if your interpretation of Jeremiah 8:8 is proof that the Bible is a lie, then why, in the very next verse of Jeremiah 8, in Jeremiah chapter 8 in verse 9, is it telling us to not reject the word of the Lord? Thus, with Jeremiah 8:9, we have to believe Jeremiah 8:8 has been handled falsely. Yeah, not by those who wrote the word of God, but by those who write about the Bible, like, say, Muslims, atheists, Mormons, or anyone who hates